Hi everyone, welcome back to Creepy 13, hosted by Wonder and Dreamer 555 here on YouTube. Everyone is participating will be in description box. Please click on it and see what they have created. It is a come as you are type of collaboration, so you can come in and come out. It's no real rules besides make something Halloween or spooky themed on the 13th of the month. So I hope you all are doing great. I want to share with you what I have created, and I'm going to make one with you. So I went on to Etsy and I typed in what I was looking for, and My Murky Muse is where I got this image from. You all know that I'm not into fake people images, but I feel like this is okay. A little cat with dressed up, and it just says Halloween. So I took that image and I made it to the size that I wanted it to be, and I made this card right here. And it's blank on the inside. Although I probably could have put some washi tape on the inside. And I just put these gems around it because I feel like this is all like a moon. These images tend to be around Halloween a lot, like a full moon, half moon. So yeah, I couldn't find I this little container that I have. I couldn't find another purple half moon because purple, green, orange, and black, gray and white usually are Halloween themed colors. So I use silver or clear. So that's how we did that one. And then this image is roughly 3.5 by 4ish. So I wanted this to be a small border around it. And then we have this black sheet of paper. And then we have a card base. So we have a few layers going on. And then I have some washi tape. This washi tape comes from Walmart a while back. Just opened it today. It doesn't have a copyright date, so I can't tell you, but it is a Walmart, and I don't know what it's from. Probably Michaels or something. It's more paper. This is more thinner paper. So what I did is I just cut this down to an A2 size card. No, this is not A2. It is smaller than A2. I think this is 4 by 5.25. So let's just see. Yeah, 5.25 by 4. And then I started the washi in the middle. The bad part about this washi bin in the middle is that it creates straight lines. So I'm going to try. We're replicating the same card, so it doesn't really matter. But just keep that in mind. If you have diagonal washi tape and you want to use this as a background, it will create that. And this is paper, but you could also use something that's not paper. It would probably be a lot better if it wasn't paper, just so you know. If you had like a sticky, not a sticky, vinyl, something smooth glass, that would also work as well. So now we're just gonna put this down, smooth it down. I'm trying to keep the space just a little bit in between. Nicholas, your little cat friend, has found a way to scooch up into my space, and he's like underneath my chair. I know some of you probably craft with your animals in your room or on your desk or whatever, and that is great for you. But if you have a feline friend, that they tend to be very intrusive when they want to be intrusive, and when you want them to be intrusive, they're not. But he just tried to give my feet some love, and I have on my craft uniform today, which is pajamas. So you know how that goes. If you wear pajamas when you create, I hope that everyone is having a wonderful day, week, month, year. I want to say that we already almost finished with June. Can you believe that? Like last week was June. It feels like it was the beginning of June last week, but I guess it wasn't. It was 2 weeks ago. I would say you need to be slightly precise with this. It doesn't take much to get your stuff off. And then since this is so wide, it covers up those corners very nicely, in my opinion. And I always use something flat to do this. If you use an X-Acto knife, which I was watching this lady's, this was a few years ago, last year, 2 years ago. It was in 2020, so 3 years ago. She is in the planner community, and this is off. she was doing her planner stuff, and I'm going to just tear that because I don't want to have to fight with that to be resticking. And she was doing her planner stuff, and when I tell you she had precision, she pulled out her X-Acto knife to make sure the lines were precise. I was like, okay, planner community, I didn't know that they were that precise with it. I love it. I guess it's all paper crafting if you think about it, though, right? So now I'm just going to burnish this down on the inside of that card. Now this is where the sticky would have come into place. If you don't have a sticky spot, you're going to have to use something to help you lift up. I've just used my scissors and I try to find a good opening. And then I just rub it down like that. And once I get enough without me fearing that I'm going to tear the card, just lift up. I've made washi tape cards before. I love doing that because I'm not a huge washi supporter. I like it, it's really pretty, but I feel like washi tape is very deceitful. It pretends like it's going to do what you think it's going to do, which is stick, and then it doesn't. So I'm just going to go around the edges and fold this over. But I hadn't did a washi tape card in a while, if memory serves. I don't go back and rewatch. Like I should, but I don't go back and say, oh, when was the last time I did this kind of video? I just do it. So that's always fun to go back and look. And then I haven't been tagging my videos properly, so I want to start doing that. So I'm just going to cut this in the middle. Cut it in the middle. And if it's too much, you can always cut it down. You don't need the excess, really. I like to have it to secure my edges a little bit better, but you don't have to have it. It's totally up to you. And you may have a better way of mitering your corners. If not, you can always use my method. I didn't create it. I probably got it from someone else. And this is why you want to cut that excess off, because of that. And if you want to get more precise, you can use smaller tape so you don't have to worry about cutting as much waste off. If you're very fearful of wasting your supplies, then that is something that you want to think about. All right, so now that we got this, I'm just going to burnish it down again. And that way you don't have any lift up if you can burnish it all down with no problem. Good, good, good. Then I'm going to take my card base, card front. I know I said I was going to get into layering in different shapes, and here we are with rectangles. I thought about actually doing this on a different thing, but then I was like, no, I don't want to pull out the die cutting machine and do all of that, but maybe next month. I wanted to make something three-dimensional. I watched some videos from last month's project, and I love watching them. I have to catch up on all of them, though, and I always get inspiration from other people. I haven't seen anyone do this particular thing, and I'm not going to share it. I'm going to keep it to myself because I'm stingy like that. And then if I get a chance to make it, you'll see. If not, maybe next time. There's always some opportunity to create Halloween inspired projects, right? So this card, again, these cards are prefabricated, so they're a little bit on the off side. And I'm just going to trim off the black as best as possible. It feels like, which is not true, but it feels like my line is crooked. I don't know why I feel like that, but I do. It shouldn't be crooked. All right. Now we're going to place this down right here. Where's our image that we cut? So this does have a lot more white around it, and I just cut it down because I wanted it to be a part of the card and then not over, like, be so huge. But if I decide to use this in another project like pockets or something like that, or a junk journals page, I could always, enlarge it. And I just wanted that orange to peek a little bit out, not too much, because we have what, three, one, two, three, 4 layers. We have this on top of the orange, then we have this on top of the washi tape, and then we had a washi tape on top of the white, and then we had a white on top of the black. So it's a few layers going on, and I just didn't want. I wanted it to just peek, like I said, just a little bit peekaboo. Like, hey, how you doing, peekaboo? Something like that. All right, and now I'm using some foam tape, just 3 strips. I don't even think we're gonna make it 3 strips. Yeah, nope, just two today. 2.1. That's okay. It's not. It's not. It's, I always tell my friends whenever they say, "Oh, it's fine," I'm like, that's the lie we tell ourselves before the battle, right? Everything's fine. It's okay. And you're sitting there looking at the dumpster fire. You're like, this is a dumpster fire. It is not fine. Please seek help. Go to shelter immediately. If you ever played Monopoly, do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Go directly to help. Seek help. That's where we are on that on that foam tape. So we're gonna go ahead and glue this down as well. I thought it'd be fun to see, to see the little process. Cause like I said, I hadn't did washi tape in a while. Make sure it opens to the right direction. Not that it's important right now, cause it's still just a layer. But I'm just gonna plop that taped piece right on down and see how it looks like it's disappearing. My gems keep finding their way off the brown spot. I do like this little brown spot. I know it's a little bit, some people may get distracted because it's other things on here, but I enjoy it. So I may look into getting like a brown strip to cover the work surface, and then we have this. I'm gonna put some tape on here. I mean glue, because that piece ain't working because it's connected to the cardboard. All right, and then I have it going down in the corner like that. And now we're gonna put our little moon. I promise you, this art glitter glue has seen better days. I can relate. I feel like sometimes I've seen better days too. I did want all the purple to be on here on both cards just to give it a little bit of a different color. So I had the clear one, the purple, and the blue. I was like, there's no blue on here. Let's just go with this. Cause like, oh, we could try orange or like a goldy color as well, but that wasn't doing us any good either. And then I just apply a little bit of pressure so that it stays on. All right, that is that. So we did one together, which I think is cute. I like them. I like making Halloween themed projects. Please click on the description box and see what everyone else has created for the collaboration. I do hope that you found some inspiration. And until next time, happy crafting.